graders, here we are with the next part of this activity in 1.3. We are going to take the things that we learned in the simulation tool and we are going to apply it to a hands-on activity. So you are going to need some supplies in order to do this, and I'm going to show you what all those supplies are here in just a moment. So let's get to it. In this activity, you are going to be looking for patterns and observing patterns, and remember that a pattern is something that we observe to be similar over and over again. For example, if I was talking about a color pattern, I might say red, blue, or if I was thinking about a shape pattern, I might say triangle, square, circle, circle, triangle, square, circle, circle. So I have lots of different patterns that I can look at, and we're going to look at patterns here in this activity. So you're going to use a transparency, so that's a clear piece of paper, in order to draw some patterns and make some patterns. So you're going to gather that information by drawing on this transparency, not on the paper, just on the clear transparency paper. And you're going to place it over something that looks like this, that points out all of the plate boundaries on the map. So these red lines are the plate boundaries, and the areas we're looking at are in these little boxes here. So I have area A, B, C, and D. And then you're going to think about what you know about this map, what do you know about plate boundaries, and how can they help you better understand that Earth's outer layer is made of hard, solid rock that's divided into different plates. Remember, a plate boundary is the place where two different plates meet, right? So we're talking about the place where those two pieces of hard, solid rock meet, and we are going to talk about what happens to them when they do meet, so the different kinds of ways that they can interact with each other. So you will need these clear pieces of paper, and then you will need one of the plate boundary maps, and you will also need a red marker. So you're going to take your red marker and trace around these plate boundary lines, and then trace around these boxes, and then you'll look, and in the part 2 of this activity, you will look for some earthquakes. So an earthquake is a sudden shaking of Earth's surface, and we get earthquakes when there's interactions with the solid pieces of rock that are Earth's plates. And you are going to map some of these earthquakes here. So you're going to get a map that looks like this with a bunch of dots, and you will go ahead and overlay your current transparency map over the dot map and then make the dots. And then you'll start looking at patterns. And once you start looking at patterns, you should get a map that looks similar to this. And with this map, you should be able to better understand what's happening at the plates where where the earthquakes and the plates interact, and looking at what is happening and those patterns there. So remember that our key concept for this is geologists look for patterns in landforms and in geologic events in order to better understand Earth. So we're looking for patterns, things that happen over and over again, in landforms, so the land, in geologic events, so a geologic event such as an earthquake, and it's going to help us better understand the Earth. If you have any questions, feel free to check in with me, and you should gather those supplies when you're done with this video. Remember, today is a great day to learn. Happy learning!